Join us on the journey this week as we hit the streets of Charleston, South Carolina. Although it took us a couple tries to get there. This is our second start for Charleston, so this one has to be good.
Charleston is not big truck or car friendly.
Which wasn't helped by my directing, mind you. Oh.
What?
We took a wrong turn. And then we hit the road and head for southern Georgia. Stay be good, pup-ups.
Be good babies.
Welcome back from the beautiful state of South Carolina. We have a plan to go downtown Charleston, South Carolina. The list is very long. Our time is very short, but I think it's going to be a really good day. We're caffeinated. We're energized. We've got food in our bellies. We got good walking shoes on.
We got 3 hours till sundown.
It's going to be good. And why is that significant? This is our second start for Charleston, so this one has to be good.
Charleston is not big truck or car friendly. We're gonna make our life easy and let Lyft, I decided to go with Lyft on this one because they were $5 cheaper. We're gonna let Lyft do our driving for us today. It's our last day here and we've got a lot to do.
There's no way for us to even scratch the surface in Charleston because there's so much to do. We're not gonna go on any plantation tours. We're not gonna go have afternoon tea. We're not gonna ferry out to see some fort ruins or take a sunset cruise, which all sounded really awesome. But my list is growing. I have a very large list of all these things that we're gonna hit. But we decided to put it all into 5 categories and hit at least 1 or 2 in each category to make us feel like we got a nice, good variety.
So we got some goals today. We got a lot of things we want to see and we really want to get it all in. Goal number 1 is let's go downtown and find a place to park this dually because the traffic and the parking around here is crazy. So that'll be goal number 1. Goal number 2 is get some breakfast because I need to fuel the machine here if I'm going to be on my feet all day. This is bad. I don't think I can get through here. I'm going to try to get this thing out of here. Of course, I barely got it in. We barely cleared the mirrors to get in here, and we've got a height clearance issue to actually park. Luckily, the entrance was 10 foot, luckily. That's what saved us there. So we had a 10-foot entrance. Once you get in, it gets down uncomfortably low. And since we haven't measured the truck, and we know we bumped the top of the other truck at 6'6" or 6'8", I don't think it's really smart to find out how tall the truck is right here today, and we're gonna focus on finding a place to park first.
We've already spent 30 minutes trying to find a place to park. If you have a large vehicle, I'd Uber here.
Because there's not an open parking spot. About all I can do is just back out into oncoming traffic.
Ugh.
Now, did you enjoy your tour of Charleston?
No.
I really, these places are always pretty, and I don't mean to get on and complain, because once you get there, it's fine, but it doesn't matter really what you're driving. It really doesn't matter. Driving down here sucks. Kind of been a waste of a morning so far.
There's a sandwich shop. Here's a restaurant. There's another restaurant. Chinese restaurant. Waffle House.
These roads.
It works. It works. This video actually starts right here.
While Angela looks for directions on where we're going next, I just want to point out the world's littlest bobcat. Do we know where we're going?
Well, I had this thing mapped out like to a T, and now I don't know where we've been dropped. I mean, I kind of do, but I gotta redo this. And we're walking.
Would you follow her? Would you follow you?
I don't have another choice. Do you want to guide us?
It's my day off.
Oh.
What?
We took a wrong turn.
I ask again, would you follow you?
I realize now I forgot that we had directions. I was just looking for a good
So you had the
street.
nav going on your phone and you just weren't looking at it?
Just for a little while.
Come find me. I'm somewhere in Charleston, South Carolina. Help. Hallway.
Everything is a photograph backdrop here.
It's very much like Savannah, Georgia. It reminds me of that a lot. All right, so we've already seen this.
Okay, give me a second. What street are we on?
Queen Street is the cross street.
We're on
That's Chalmers down
Church,
here.
so we need to keep walking.
There's Chalmers right down there. We've already been there, but we're back again.
Walking to
We've already been from that direction.
Church Street. I got it now.
We've already walked down both of these streets.
We're turning this way.
Right?
Yeah, so that of the 4 of the intersection, that's the one we haven't taken yet, but it's the right one. We're walking down Philadelphia Alley here just off of the French Quarter.
What? I don't want to do it.
Guide us.
Okay, go up here and turn right. The trick is paying attention to the phone while you're using it.
There are little hidden alleyways and gardens all throughout the city. Or just the
Wow.
backyards. They look like little oases.
Yeah, like a private oasis in your own backyard, and they're everywhere. Look at the antique Range Rover. That's cool. It's the only thing you're gonna be able to fit in that alleyway.
Just the entrances to these houses are so
This is
pretty.
insane. I couldn't afford the entrance.
I suspect it's through that blocked off sheeting.
I have seen a higher concentration of like Mercedes G-Wagon SUVs, probably 6 or 7, in the last couple of blocks. Range Rovers everywhere you look. I don't even want to know how much these houses cost. This is definitely out of my price range, but it's like going to a expensive car show for free. You know, minus the Uber fee to get over here and stuff like that.
But the last medical one we had, they still said May 24th or right around there.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Countdown's on.
Well, thanks for calling us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll send those videos over when we get home.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you.
Yay, I'm excited. Love you. Bye.
Just got a good baby update from Isaac and Bree, a little grandbaby update. They had an ultrasound today. Everything's healthy. Everything's good. Confirmed it's a boy, and no change on the due date. So
He has mine and Isaac's feet, apparently, according to Isaac. So. Big clown feet.
Counting down the days.
My goal from here is to go look at the ocean, walk that way.
It gets colder the closer to the ocean we get, just for the record.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I want to walk that way and go hit the waterfront park and go from there.
Okay. You got the fuzzies?
How's our battery doing?
16%.
Let's change that too.
Put your fuzzy on so everybody can hear you.
Oh, fuzzy.
All right. Let me get
Better?
Yeah, let me get my fuzzy.
All right.
Hopefully we sound a little better now. All right, fuzzy's on. Yeah? Yeah. Takes care of the wind noise.
Or some of it. I'm getting the feeling that our 4th category is completely shot.
It's toast. It's toast. We were going to come down to the pier that we showed you earlier and do a nice little sunset. It's supposed to be a great place to get a sunset shot. Popped into a couple of stores and came out, and it's super cloudy. So there is no sunset to be seen.
There were no clouds.
And it's getting incredibly cold and windy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go hit category number 5, and that involves us grabbing an Uber and going and getting some awesome seafood right down here on the coast.
That's rain.
That's rain.
This counts, right?
This counts as a sunset. Good morning. Happy Sunday, happy travel day. It's time to go. Got a few things to do this morning. I really didn't do anything to prepare for travel day yesterday because we were out till after dark, and I didn't want to do it when it was late and we got in. So we got to do all the outside stuff this morning. We got the Starlink put away, put in its nice little husky box and tucked away for the travel. I'm going to go ahead and take care of the water. Usually what I like to do, just in case Angela needs to wash dishes or something like that, I'll go ahead and switch us over to dry camp mode in our Nautilus, because we always have a little bit of water in the tank. We've already taken our showers, so that's going to take care of everything from here. BLYTHE quick connects make everything so easy, and they're just such heavy duty quick connects compared to everything else I've used. But probably my biggest fear with this whole system is leaving this quick connect on a campground spigot. So I always try to make sure and double check that twice. You guys probably wonder what I do with these water hoses. One, real quick, I know I've talked about it, I love these water hoses. These things roll up easier than any other hose that I've ever had. They roll up in a nice tight little bundle, so I've got my long hose that goes to the spigot and my 2 short leader hoses that I use to get in and out of the trailer, hook up our water softener, etc. Right here, they roll up nice and easy. Now, since we're only going a few hours down the road, I'm not too worried about these. They're nice and heavy. So I just lay those right in the bed of the truck. They're not going to flop around. Our Grand Design had one of these sewer hose carriers in here. This is kind of the nicer model, and what I prefer. Just has a tab that opens with the door. Obviously one's not enough, so I added one more of these and one here on the back side for a total of 3. But these are not my preference. The Easy Hose Carrier, I think VALTERRA makes these. I'll look it up. Yep, it's VALTERRA. I'll put a link in the description. These are nice because they stretch out from side to side and they just mount to the frame, so they'll really fit any trailer. But these locking caps are kind of a pain because you have to get them lined up just right. And you always want to make sure you do the tug test because they don't always stay on. So you kind of have to get them dead on perfect. They work, but I definitely like the open door better. I've mentioned in a couple of videos that I've started using BowShield T9 to lubricate my slide outs and really anything that I used to use WD-40 on. It's kind of become my new favorite thing. A lot of you have asked exactly where to spray the stuff. If you have rack and pinion slides like we do, and you'll be able to tell because you'll have bars on both sides with gearing, spray it down, you know, generously with the BowShield T9 or whatever lubricant you like to use, after it's clean, of course. And then you just exercise the slides. I like to do it either on a setup or a teardown. You just kind of spray this whole rail, and then back in there, I don't know if you can see it, you've got a gear that turns the slide bar. So it's a really good idea while your partner's inside moving the slide for you, if there's a safe way for you to get under there and do that. While that thing's coming in and that gear's turning, go ahead and give it some T9 too, or whatever lubricant you like to use. I'll put a link for the BowShield in the description because that's become my new favorite. That's where you want to do it, on the rack and pinion slide system. Don't forget to take care of your slide seals from time to time. Keep those nice and clean and lubricated so they don't dry out and crack. Don't over lubricate, because then you get these nice little black marks like I do, and they're kind of a pain to get off of there. That's kind of on my list. I got some streak stuff I need to take care of here pretty quick. If you have the Schwintek slides, Lippert does not recommend spraying anything into these tracks. According to all the techs I've talked to, these are pretty much maintenance free, but there is a small roller wheel in there, right back here, that you can give a little T9 to once in a while just to keep everything moving smooth in there. I've had issues with Schwinteks in the past. Our last travel trailer that we had just one big Schwintek slide, and that thing was always having issues. This one here, not so much, but I do keep a pretty close eye on it. Just like that, the outside stuff's done. We're about ready to hitch up.
Goodbye, South Carolina.
I think the trip in South Carolina was a success. Yesterday was a lot of fun, but you kind of got left with something to take with you.
I just need to throw it out there. Sushi has never betrayed me. Not never. And those raw oysters betrayed me and have likely ruined me on oysters for the rest of my life.
Kind of made for a long night.
That was my second time. I should have had them steamed or something, not raw.
Yeah, you've done it before and it didn't bother you.
I've never done raw.
Oh, I thought you had. What, you done steamed?
Yeah, steamed.
Oh, okay. I don't do
Cooked.
any of it.
I should have cooked them. I feel a lot better than I should, but I feel this apple surging through my veins.
I would say don't eat anything that's raw, but like you said, sushi, man. Sushi's awesome. Raw or cooked. Sushi's great. And somebody at the restaurant last night commented, just sitting there next to us, they're like, "You like those?" She's like, "That's the first time." And he's like, "Oh, you're brave. You'll try anything." And she's all puffing her chest out, and then
he said,
"Whew,
you probably should have steamed them."
yeah,
It's like he knew
yeah.
what was coming.
Oh, I got to salute Ange because I've had food poisoning here recently. I wouldn't travel with it. I wouldn't. I don't know how she's even sitting in the seat right now, but she's a trooper.
I'm telling you, it's the apples surging through my body. Rejuvenating. Oh, I'm supposed to turn in our...
Yeah, turn your pass in. Forgot it. Looked like you were having a hard time finding the check-in stuff.
It's just a big
You were kind
building.
of all over the place. We have a site number?
Site number 3. I think this is going to be a really pretty park.
It's like a city park, isn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, it's going to be really pretty. I think we're going to be able just to tool around this campground a lot.
Nice.
And the weather's nice, finally.
Angela does a really good job at picking campsites. She kind of takes care of a lot of that planning during the week while I'm working and doing those things, and she hardly ever picks a bad one, but this one's exceptionally good. So we're 50 amp, full hookup, on-site sewer, no honey wagon, which is awesome. Usually in a place like this, a lot of times they don't have on-site sewer. The only box this place doesn't check is tree coverage. So Starlink's gonna be an issue. Looks like we're on T-Mobile and AT&T this week. But enough about that. We're on daylight savings, so we got just a few hours. I got to get this rig hooked up, and we got some exploring to do.
A few other things I want to look at.
I just didn't want you to walk into that tree.
Oh,
Simmons David House.
read that name again.
Simmons Edwards House has been designated a national...